Next Saturday, Queensland celebrates 145 years of train travel. Ahead of that milestone, a look tonight at how trains made this state what it is today. Looking back down the track, rail had humble beginnings. Our first line between Ipswich and Grantchester was opened in 1865.
I've been building railways around the world for at least 30 or 40 years by then. I knew how to do it.
Brisbane came next with a rail network centred on Roma Street. Rail freight was in demand as Queensland became decentralised. More shunting yards were needed.
So they were looking for a new location and they chose Main Junction. And it was also known back in those days as the Jackson Horse Paddock.
Central Queensland then threatened to form a separate state unless its rail services were as good as Brisbane's.
Sandgate was Brisbane's resort railway here from Roma Street. Rockhampton said again, we want our own railway or else, and they got one to Emu Park.
Before the Sunlander, our first long-distance passenger service between Brisbane and Cairns was the Sunshine Express in 1935. When Japan threatened to invade a few years later, more trains were needed to transport troops and supplies. This is one of the old steam locos that serviced towns and communities across the state during the Second World War. The American-made C-16s were among the fastest in the world.
Queensland Railways, we actually bought 20 of these, and they're pretty much a Jeep. Go anywhere, do anything, steam locomotive.
In 1947, our worst rail disaster claimed 16 lives at Camp Mountain near Samford. Considered too steep, that line was ripped up, but others were opened. The groundwork for a successful future.
We have a vision for our company today saying that we're the heartbeat of what is a rapidly growing state. And I think that's been true of the history of Queensland Rail as well.
To sport now with Heels.